In this podcast episode, we're going to talk about why I personally don't like maintenance clients and what you should look out for if you want to do this in your business. This is the Detailing Business Class podcast. And welcome back to another podcast episode. It is, as of recording this episode, Monday, and it's a kind of this past few days, there's been quite a few, because we're in hurricane season right now. So there is a lot of rain and clouds. So it makes the weather feel much better because if you know anything about Texas, same thing as Arizona and all that, is that it gets very, very, very hot. We typically cross the 100, 102, 104 Fahrenheit. Plus, with this crazy humidity, it's pretty crazy. So now that we have, a lot of rain, bit of flooding, but man, does it really help lower the temperature and humidity here? So I do greatly enjoy this weather. So, anywho, we're going to be talking about why I don't like maintenance clients and what to look out for if you want to do this in your business. Now, um, maintenance clients is typically it might differ from business to business, right? If you have like a car wash business, like a car wash, where you have like, just you strictly just primarily focus on like quick details, then that's a different kind of maintenance. Versus like if you have more premium services and you have clients that you service after doing a correction and coding, that's going to be a bit different in terms of how those two operate. Now, again, for the most part, you can say a maintenance client is just someone that you keep their vehicle, you service their vehicle on a weekly, biweekly, or monthly basis, and it's typically like a thorough wash. We call it a premium wash, and then what we call is a mini interior detail, which is just you're vacuuming the interior, wiping down the dust and debris, and then cleaning the glass and door jambs. So it's a very relatively straight process. Now, for us, to give you some context, for our maintenance clients, we have, I think, maybe we don't have that many. We have maybe 2 to 4 maintenance clients on a monthly basis. Well, some are weekly, some are monthly, but we actually go out to them. So it's mobile. And then I want to say we have maybe like 3 to 7 maintenance clients that come to us. Now, when I say maintenance, like I couldn't, maybe like a few of them are bi-weekly, 1 or 2 of them are weekly, and a lot of them are more kind of monthly or like when the car gets dirty, but we do see them frequently. So that's kind of what maintenance clients is. Now, why people like the idea of maintenance clients is because you kind of set them on a repeat schedule. So, if you have a customer that comes back to you twice a month, they're paying you. I'm just making up numbers here, guys. $120 per maintenance detail. Then per month, if you're serving them twice a month, then that's $240, right? And if you can compound that over, let's say if they stick with you for a year, then that's 2,000 whatever dollars, right? And then if you can kind of stack that with 10 maintenance clients, and each one is paying you 240, and you're servicing each one twice a month, so you multiply 2 times 10 times 12, then it's whatever 20,000. I'm not doing any math in my head right now, but you get the point. Now, what I'm going to do in this episode is kind of compare and contrast the pros and cons, why we do like maintenance clients, or why maintenance clients is appealing, and then why I don't like maintenance clients, and specifically why we don't target maintenance clients, and it's not like a big part of our business, and we're not pushing or focusing on making it a big part of our business. So we'll start off with the pros. Is that one, like I said, you have repeat business on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Now it's going to be different for, again, depending on your business or what the customer or client wants. This is where like a lot of people get stuck on like, hey, do I offer weekly, bi-weekly? Do I offer a package deal, a discount? Do I do it if they add more vehicles? And that's something that you just have to figure out on your own. Every business will be different. One thing I'd say is like there's no set rule. So whatever makes sense to you, to your customers, how you price that, it's up to you. The other pro to it is if there's a slow day on your schedule, right? Let's say there's rain or bad weather or someone cancels, whatever, right? Your maintenance clients are going to be there for the most part, right? Because if you have, if you're servicing, I'm making all these numbers up. If you're servicing 4 maintenance clients per week, and you can choose whatever day that you go out to them, And on Friday, let's say you had a customer drop off and you still have to get the three maintenance clients. And on that Friday, instead of doing nothing, you can just put those three maintenance clients on that Friday, even after that one customer dropped off. So in that way, it's good because you always have ongoing work and ongoing revenue coming in because they're kind of there just waiting for you to service their vehicle. The next thing is again reoccurring revenue every month. So if like for me, for all our maintenance clients, which is many, but for all our maintenance clients, like none of them are on like an auto pay or anything like that. It's like when they schedule it, when we're done with the service, then we accept payment. We haven't really looked into, not that we haven't looked into it, but it just because the weather, because our schedule, because just the customer itself, like it's not always gonna be that free or that consistent as far as like it's going to be every Friday or every Saturday we're going to do this exact service. So we'd rather just wait until they come in and get the get the service and then they pay. But I know some people love the idea of like, oh, I want to put it like that is recurring every month. So if you do that, that is a plus where just every month, assuming you have the numbers behind it, like it's actually worthwhile. You'll just get $1,500, $3,000 a month in just maintenance work. And then you have to go service it still, obviously, but that's something that can definitely that's definitely a pro for your business. The other one is you can build a relationship with the client, meaning since you're seeing them more often, there's a chance that you're just able to talk with the individual more, and just kind of build that rapport more than if you're doing one-off clients, right? If you're seeing the customer once a month, you can just kind of you start to ask questions, start to build a conversation, and you just get to know them a lot better, and that can easily lead to more referrals or them just staying with you longer, or them once they get a new car or referring you. Like there's many benefits to just building rapport and building a relationship with that individual, and the more time you give yourself to build that relationship, just it's just better overall. And even if you don't get any of that, as far as like more referrals or whatever, you build a better connection with that individual, and they have that more loyalty with you and your brand because you're always there, kind of just talking, and again building that relationship. The last one here that I'll say on the pros is that you can because it's pretty straightforward as far as washing an interior, washing a vehicle and then cleaning the interior. So you could train an employee to take care of this for you, right? To take care of like the maintenance schedule, you can say, which is a big plus because again, like if you really want to build your business and create more revenue and just keep on leveling up in what you're doing, at some point you can't do it all. And the best way to do that, especially with something like this, like if you have a full out maintenance schedule, where you're servicing 5, 10, 15 customers per week, then you can easily hand that off to, not easily, but you can train someone over time, and then they can just strictly focus on, hey, like I can handle the maintenance clients, I can handle the maintenance schedule. You can keep on booking more maintenance, and then I can handle it with one other person. So if you're going in that direction of like you want more growth, more customers, more everything, but you don't want to get stuck in like, oh, like I don't want to do all the maintenance work because there's still the correction and the coding and interiors, then building out a team to just do that specific job is also, obviously very a positive in your business. So don't get me wrong, there are good things that come with maintenance clients. And again, like if one thing I just shared on my stories on Instagram, follow me at Dita Group, is that don't worry about what anyone else says or does with their business. If you want to do something, if you just want to strictly focus on maintenance clients, if you want to strictly focus on paint correction and coatings, if you want to primarily focus on interior cleanings, just do that, right? Not like you run the business that you want. If you don't want to deal with exterior and you just want to do interior, do it. If you just want to do exterior and never touch interior, do it. If you just want to do headlight restorations, just do that. Like you are in control of your business, of your future, of whatever. Like, so you build what you want. Little side tangent, but just you do what you want to do. Don't worry about, oh, well, this person doesn't do that, so I guess I can't do it. No, go be the first one to do it then. And then other people are going to follow what you're doing, So just a little side tangent right there. So now let's go into the cons, right? So why you shouldn't, or just things that I look out for with maintenance clients. So number one is if you are doing maintenance work and you're mobile, you have to drive out to the customer, right? You're mobile. But then what kind of drags you down is the distance between those customers. Now, there's ways you can work around this, right? If you schedule them properly, obviously it'd be better if you bundle, 3 customers that are within 10 miles of each other. Then if you schedule one that's, 20 miles away, then the other one is 15 miles away, then the other one is 40 miles away, right? Obviously that wouldn't make sense. But on that same token though, is that sometimes you're not in control of that because, one customer might say, hey, can we do the maintenance service on Friday? and then there's two other customers around them, and you reach out to them, hey, can we do it Friday? And they're like, no, I'm busy Friday. Can you do it Thursday? And then you ask the other one, hey, can you do it Friday? No, I can do it Tuesday. So now it's like you can like, and then you might go, another customer might reach out to you and they say, hey, by the way, can you do a maintenance for me on Friday? And they're 15 miles away, 20 miles away. And it's like your schedule easily gets scattered and you start driving all over the place because not everyone's schedule is going to match up as far as like when's most optimal for you as far as driving and distance. Next one is they want the same date and time every week. So for not a lot of our maintenance jobs are not the same time and date, but we do have a few that want it every week on a Thursday, that want it every Saturday or when they come in a Saturday at 9 a.m. And the problem with this, although it sounds good, oh yeah, just every Thursday, all maintenance work. The problem with this though is that if it interrupts everything else that you might be able to schedule for the day. Meaning, if there's a maintenance client that wants it at 1 p.m. every Thursday, and you drive, it takes you 15 minutes to get there. Well, then if you have like, you basically have to, if you obviously because you want to be um reliable with your maintenance work, right? And you want to be there for the customer. So like, if they want it every Thursday at 1 p.m., you basically, unless you're like assuming you're doing this by yourself, you're not scheduling anything on Thursday, unless you can get it done. You're not scheduling anything at 11, 12, 2 or 3 p.m. because you have to drive there and handle that one customer. And what happens to us a lot is like if we have if we have someone saying, "Hey, I have this correction in coding. I want a correction in coding. I can drop it off, whatever, and it'll can I pick it up on Saturday?" I'm making up days here, but what I'm getting at is like if we can work on the correction coding for Thursday and Friday, but then that maintenance client wants it done every Thursday at 1 p.m., like that's their date, well then you could, you can start on that correction and coding on Thursday, but since you have to go do that maintenance job, then you're gonna have to stop what you're doing, assuming you have a shop, right? Like this is assuming that like us, like we have a shop at work, we have a shop. So we'd stop doing the correction and then we'd go service that maintenance and then come back and start on that correction. So it kind of gets in the way of what you're doing. If you're if you're booking other jobs. Again, not in a bad way, but it's just if you have four weekly maintenance clients, and one wants it at Friday at 9, the other one wants it on Thursday at 1, the other one wants it Friday at 1 p.m. Well, then what do you like? You're potentially missing a lot of other big jobs when they come your way. You're not going to schedule them because you have those maintenance clients there. So and that's happened to us a lot where we'll still schedule the job just because like we have a shop so we can keep our car here. But if there's maintenance work, it's like, okay, yeah, let's stop doing this, $1,400 job and let's go wrap up that, depending on the job, but let's go to wrap up that $120 job, that, $180 job, that $200 job. And, those are still great jobs, but like when we have on deck right now, a $1,200 job, an $800 job, a $1,400 job, a $1,600 job, it's like the maintenance work kind of gets in the way at that point. Um, so, and that was actually my next point. They take up spots from bigger jobs, and that's probably one of the more important ones on why we don't do them. Is just because like once you start getting a lot of them, like if you can line up all the customers on the same time in the same area, that's gonna work out in your favor, right? But the odds of that happening every single time, it's like it's not ideal, right? Because everyone has different schedules, everyone has different times that they're available. So it's like it's not always gonna work out in your favor. And it's not like lawn maintenance where it's like, yeah, like I don't need the keys to your house or to your car. I just need to go to your lawn and cut it so I can like I could have 30 lawns to cut in a day, and like I can optimize my route because I don't need you to be there. I just need to have I just need to go and cut your grass. Whereas like you can't really do that with detailing because well we need the customers' cars. They might want to be there. They're the cars are in the garage, like whatever. So there's a bit more of obstacles you have to cross to just get there and work on the vehicle. Now again, don't get me wrong. We have customers that just leave their car outside. They leave their keys outside for us, sure. But like if you have many clients, like is everyone going to do that to where you can just pull up at any time and work on their vehicle? You have to work that out on your own. Um, the next one is it's a low end skill you shouldn't do. So this one, I don't mean this in a bad way. Again, I don't mean like, oh, it's low skill, like this is just for, a beginner level detailer. No, what I'm saying is if you're running your detailing business, right, and you are the owner, you're the one that's bringing in the money. what makes more sense for you to spend 2 hours of your time? I'm making up numbers here. However, let's say like throughout the week, you spend 12 hours of your time doing maintenance work, right? Driving, whatever. Let's say 12 hours. Does it make sense for you to spend 12 hours doing maintenance work or 12 hours on a correction and coding? Does it make more sense to you spend 12 hours maintenance work or 12 hours, I don't know, doing like us smoke odor removal jobs, right? There's a big difference between doing 12 hours of work in maintenance work and 12 hours of work in, whatever else. And what I'm getting at is that like you can train someone to handle the maintenance work because it's pretty straightforward and easy, right? There's not a high level of skill that you need. So this is a con to what I'm saying is because if you get stuck into the maintenance world, okay, so you're gonna fill up your schedule with maintenance work, and then what? Like, is that where your highest level of skill and experience should be handled? Is right there, simply doing maintenance work? Like, is that where the epitome of your skill stops? Right. So, like, in the way I look at things is it would make more sense if you're able to like get a maintenance schedule running, right? And then you hire someone to handle that maintenance work while you take on the bigger jobs or the ones that require more skill, right? Again, not in a bad way. It's just like in anything, there's a totem pole of skill level, right? And if you are the one with the most experience, the most skills, the most confidence, the most everything, the most technical skills, you get put on the bigger, higher end, more specific jobs because you have that skill level and you get paid more for it. Whereas if you're just coming in and you don't have much skill or experience, you're going to be given the lower task because like that's where you need to start because you don't have as much experience and confidence and all that. So it's not a bad way. It's just like look at what you're doing in your business. Is like should you spend your valuable time that you've accumulated all this experience and skills on just maintenance work all day? I would argue no. But again, like I said earlier, you build the business that you want. And with that being said, though, you can always make it work with whatever that you're doing, right? Like that's one thing I really want to get across in this episode of like even if that I said like the cons to all this, like if you want a car wash business that just does quick details, you can do that. If you want to whatever focus on just correct, you can do that. Like with just maintenance work or like a car wash style business, like going across $100,000 per year, like there's no one telling you that you can't do that, right? It just comes down like everything else with your planning, with how you operate on a daily basis, with how you're able to actually adapt to any challenges that come about. Like there's no reason why you can't do whatever you want because this is your business and you can do whatever you want with it. So that's something I really want to make sure we get across here is that you can build whatever you want. Yes, we're using maintenance here as an example, but you can do anything that you want in your business. I'll end it right here. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye bye.